Welcome, welcome everyone. Happy Friday. Woohoo! Welcome to yet another edition on Spice Isle Cafe, and today, guess what? We're doing another kind of candy. So, for all you candy lovers out there, this is the time for you to tune in. Go call your friend, cousin, whoever, and tell them to tune in because we are doing candies. And what candy are we doing today? Is groundnut sugar cake. So if you love nuts and you like a little sweetness with some ginger, this is the candy for you, okay? So come on in and let's get ready to start this process here. It is groundnut sugar cake. Listen, my mom is the guru for this, so if this is not as perfect as she does it, bear with me because I love groundnut. This is one of my favorite candies, and I hope it becomes your favorite as well, along with all the other candies that I make. So we have some cool stuff laid out here. The good thing with groundnut sugar cake, you don't need a lot of ingredients. All you need are your peanuts. You have your ginger and sugar. I have a little bit of water here, of course, but you really do not need a lot for this candy. So if you are going to try this, once you can find these types of peanuts, I actually found these peanuts here in Fiesta. So it's a Spanish store that I find up here that have a lot of our style of, food. So this was one of the things that I found there. Now I am going to use just a little less than a pound of peanuts today. I am using about 12 ounces. Now you can use 16 ounces, which is a pound, that's fine. But I went ahead and actually I patched this or baked it in the oven for 350 degrees for about, between 5-10 minutes. And it all depends on your oven, okay? And I allowed it to cool. And after I allow it to cool, I make sure and remove the skin because you can see the peanuts, obviously it's coated. And when you take that out and you bake it, then you need to blow the shell after you shell it. And this is what you get. So, did you go get your friends and family members to come sit down and watch this recipe because it's gonna be good, okay? Welcome to Spice Isle Cafe, and we are about to begin. I'm gonna crank up the oven and we are gonna get it on. Okay, so right now I just so that it can get hot, I put it between medium and medium high, but not high. You don't want this high at all. And the nuts is the last thing you're gonna coat. I am going to use some sugar right now and about a quarter cup of water. And I'm using two form of ginger products here. I use the ginger powder, and I got that from my mom, of course, so you need to check her in the market, okay? She sells all kind of spices. Now these are ground or powdered ginger, and I'm using a teaspoon of that, and I grated about 2 teaspoons of the ginger root, so I removed the skin and I grated that, and all I have to do now is to put that in with the sugar and the water. I definitely had removed the skin and all of that. So it all depends. I'm gonna leave just a little bit off because with this you want to put to your own liking. So if it is that you like a lot of ginger, you can grate a whole head. If you just want a little bit, just a hint, you can take, take this off and just use a little bit, or you don't want that strong ginger flavor, you just use a little ginger powder or leave it out altogether. But traditionally, how we make it home or in my household, we always put some ginger in there, okay? And I know ginger is a strong flavor, but it is so good for you. So I hope that you are really tuning in, and if you do not have your friends close by, you need to call them on the phone and tell them to check out Spice Isle Cafe or vlog.Spice Isle Cafe today, okay? I'm waiting for this to come to a boil, and then I'll give it a little stir and just let it do its thing. And if you have questions, you can ask me as we await this process. It's not going to be long after this boils and you know I see the consistency that I'm looking for. Then I am going to get a sheet pan, put it out here, and put the nuts in the stir it in the pot, and then just put them out on the sheet pan and let it cool, and we'll have ginger, groundnut, sugar cake, candy here. So it's a nice little snack when you're watching TV and you don't want popcorn. You can certainly use some candies just like that, okay?
So now I'm stepping in. You know, I was just making sure that you were explaining it the way I had explained it to you and all of that. You know, but you know my first question, so you might as well just answer it before I ask it.
Well, before, stick a pin right there. Now my stuff is bubbling, so I just need to stir everything. Yeah, just so that it'll come together. Yeah. All right, go ahead with your question. I'm listening.
You know, I'm always concerned with how long is this going to take?
Well, we shall see. It's a new stove. I haven't made this in a while. And we are going to see. But it should not take, I mean, if you're making a lot more than a pound, it probably would take you up to half an hour or something. But this should take about 15 minutes to, you know, or less really, because I'm using gas stove right now versus electric stove, and we just have to watch it. You have to monitor it, and you know when it's kind of coming together for you to get everything going. It's bubbling up already, which is nice.
Yep, I can smell the ginger.
Yes, he is smelling the ginger, y'all.
That's just like how it smells when I do it.
So yeah, my husband is already smelling the ginger. I am going to put my sheet pan out here. I am going to take my peanuts that I baked and, you know, shell and all of that over here. So it's going to be easier for me to put in the pot and coat it when the time is right. And I'm going to grab my sheet pan. So you use what you have. If you have a baking sheet, a cookie sheet, whatever, just, you know, just have something to put your ginger, brittle, or sugar cake on when you're done. Look at this already, y'all. It probably is not even going to take very long because we're not using a whole lot. And there are different ways as when the time is right for me to pour this out. There are different methods. You can just put everything in one clump and break it up eventually, or you can use spoons and like put them out separately. So whatever method you think is best or you choose to do, you can certainly do so. All right, it's nice, and I love this. Oh, this color, it's thickening up. It's thickening up.
So tell us more about the groundnut sugar cake.
So what you need to know, I mean, one of the things with groundnut sugar cake, as I said, that's one of I think it's on the top 3 list of, you know, candies that I love. And my mom knows if she visits, all I ask for is some groundnut. She can kick up, pick up my candy. Yeah, but it's a cool snack. You know, we use, well, I used to have it for recess, or as we call it, break time, you know, in school. And you know, you can use it for whatever snack. It's a snack. So I'm gonna take a spoon right now and just test a little bit. I'm gonna put some in here and try and put some of the syrup on there and to see if it is all sticking together, and then I would know if it is time, you know, to pull it out. And I think it's getting very, very, very close, y'all. So very close. Yeah, it's already sticking. Already sticking together. I'm gonna taste it. So
yeah, this is not something we really, at least I don't recall eating a lot of it in Antigua. So
yeah.
Daniel was asking, is that just sugar in the pot, or are there peanuts in there too?
No, I have the peanuts in here, which I am going to pour in a bit. It's really thick now, and that's what you're looking for. You see the color start changing from a clear color to a sort of golden brown color, and then the edges of the pot start getting hard. So I know it's time to pour this peanut in, and it's like 10 minutes in, so not even a full 15 minutes. And it will be time for me to coat this and then pour it down, okay? This is it, y'all. This is it. Look at this. This is so quick. This is so quick. It didn't even take no long time, you see? And I'm gonna just put it out on the pot. Let me get my... This is so quick. So I'm just gonna pour it out. Look at this. Let me get my spoon again. Some hot stuff, y'all. So you see, this is kind of what you're looking for. It's already, I'm telling you, it didn't even take the full 15 minutes. You can also put the stuff in on the sheet pan and then pour the syrup on top of it that way, but I find it's cool to just, you know, put the peanuts in the pot and stir it and then put this over here. So here it is. You have these peanuts coated in ginger syrup. It's really ginger and sugar and a little bit of water, and here you go. I am going to be munching on all these little goodness very soon. You know? So you guys can try this. It's not very hard. You know, when you're starting off, this is so good. When you're starting off, try to do a little at a time. If you are going to take it out with a spoon, you need to take it out a little bit, you know, earlier. But for me, this really only took 10 minutes. You know, if you're making more, it's going to take a little bit longer. But if you're making less, I know it just looks like clumps right now, but trust me, we're going to break this up, and you know, you can put it in a bag or in whatever it is, and you can have this as a snack while you watch TV, or you know, you're hanging out, or you just feel bored and you want to make something in the kitchen.
So are you done right now? Because I see you eating. That's how you do it.
I am. You can come and taste it and tell the people how it's tasting.
I will see if it
I know it's Friday night and we have so much going on. You have a lot to do.
I have another question. Is it possible to do this with cashew nuts? Because I like cashew
Oh
nuts.
yeah, you could do it with water. We just traditionally have been doing this with peanuts because it takes the ginger and stuff very well. But I'm sure you can do that with almonds, or if you do it with cashew. Just if you're gonna do that with other nuts, ensure that you are doing it at the, with the raw nuts, not the nuts that's coated with salt and whatever else. Okay, make sure you're doing it with the raw nuts, and then it is easier to get all of this together. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was really short, but because it helps when you do things ahead of time, so you make your process go very quickly. So any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. If not, I think you can definitely go and try that and then have your evening filled with candies, because this is gonna be gone very quickly.
So since it's so easy and quick to make, I would recommend we get some cashews and then we try it with the cashews like tomorrow. That's what I would say.
Well, you can say that unless you're making it. That's it for me.
Well, if I do everything, how are you gonna learn?
Let me know if the people have any questions so we can wrap up.
I don't see any questions at the moment.
Oh my goodness, you see what's happening here? This might be his dinner, y'all. This just might be his dinner. So, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm talking with stuff in my mouth, but it is so good. And I am happy you took 15 minutes of your time to hang out with me today. And I hope you have a fantastic Friday. Be safe out there. One of my people. Bye-bye.